Presiding Officer, to ask the Scottish Government what action it is taking to ensure that local authorities provide coordinated support plans for pupils who need extra support.
Cabinet Secretary.
We must be clear that arrangements for a coordinated support plan should be put in place to enable crucial individual support and interventions to be planned where multiple agencies are involved in supporting a child or young person. But it is not a requirement to access additional support for learning. However, where a young person or child does require a coordinated support plan, education authorities have a legal duty to have arrangements in place to identify this need. And I'm committed to including further clarity on that relationship between the CSP and other plans within a staged intervention model within the refreshed Additional Support for Learning Code of Practice. Meanwhile, as part of our work through the ASL Action Plan, we are developing national professional learning resources and accessible information and guidance on CSPs for children, young people, parents and carers.
Claire Adamson.
Thank the Cabinet Secretary for her answer. As she has already mentioned this afternoon, demand for ASN is rising and consistency in service provision across local authorities is an imperative. My recent casework suggests that my local education authority is reluctant to implement a coordinated support plan and will call lots of other plans anything but a CSP with its statutory underpinning. We have made referrals to Enquire, who have helped both those seeking additional support needs, but also parents who require a coordinated support plan. So I would welcome the Minister's assessment of this point and outline of the Scottish Government guidance to ensure consistency and approach across the local authorities in relation to what plan is relevant.
I think the Cabinet Secretary's got the gist. Cabinet Secretary.
So I welcome that some support has been provided by Enquire, of course, who are funded by the Scottish Government. But some of the discussion today, Presiding Officer, from members relates to the statutory responsibility of local authorities, and I need to be mindful of that in terms of their responsibilities, because they hold that legislative responsibility to deliver our education services. However, we do need to work in partnership with our local authorities, which is why in a number of responses today I've mentioned the Education Assurance Board. But the approach that we have set out allows local authorities to respond to the individual needs of their children and young people accordingly. If the member is able to share more information with me, though, on the specific issues she has raised today, I'd be happy to engage with her on that point. But we are putting in that extra funding I spoke to through the budget. We're also providing an extra £15 million a year and £11 million to directly support pupils with complex additional support needs and services to children and families. And the member spoke to some of that work that's being delivered via Enquire.